course, because she's talented when it comes to it. But she needs to nurture, of course, as you said. It's not an easy thing for you to be picked out of nowhere, just say something. This is some of the things that some of us have gone through as a president of the government at some point, as a diplomat. You would be asked to present a position of government or a group in 5 minutes or in 10 minutes. It's quite challenging. And that's why I was asking whether positioning, whether you're standing or sitting, affects your proposal or what you want to say. What are those technicalities? These are some of the questions I was asking. But generally speaking, I'm very glad that I attended these things. And I think as an ambassador, as a diplomat in this case, I'm sure I will go with a message from here, telling some of my young South Sudanese who are here to consider taking these classes because it's important. Sometimes when you are articulating what you're trying to say, it helps to advance the case. And again, we have a case that I can just as acknowledge now. South Sudan problem, we started fighting with the North from the 50s. It took us a good number of years to fight. But in the first war from 55 to 72, we ended up with the minimum that we could achieve as people of South Sudan at the time. Simply because we had an issue at the time. The case is the same, but in 1983, when the new leadership took over again and we started the second phase of the struggle, South Sudan case was clearly articulated. The chairman, which is the chairman led to the program, was able to articulate the case of South Sudan that we were not able to articulate in the first war. So this tells you the importance of public speaking. When we started the fight, of course, in the West, we were considered to be communist. South Sudanese were communist. So we had the entire Western world against us. But at some point, around mid-90s, when we made a breakthrough to go to the West, in this case in the US, and our late chairman, Mr. Joe, was given an opportunity to address the Congress in the United States. He was able to convince both houses, both across the aisle, Democrats and Republicans, alike, to support the case of South Sudan. It came down to one simple thing. He was able to articulate the case of South Sudan very clear. So I'm glad some young girls are picking up a class, talk about yourself. Let's try to work on our upbringing. Of course, it affects. There's no question about that. I come from the community which is Nilotic. I'm a Luo, by the way. There's quite a number of Luos here in Western Kenya. That's why you see my last name, Mr. John, is a typical Luo name. But girls are told, when she speaks, lower your voice. Girls are not supposed to shout. You're not supposed to be talking in front of people. So those kind of things, of course, some of our families now, they're not doing that. And it is time to work on those and give our girls, young people, an opportunity to speak for themselves, make themselves articulate, and of course by education like this, because you need to nurture them. It is something that everybody should consider. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, Paul, for giving me the opportunity for 5 minutes, or a few minutes that I've taken. I'll carry the message. I'll tell some of our young South Sudanese who are here, whether in Juba, including some leadership, by the way. You mentioned something about members of parliament. I'm not going to promise, but I'll tell some of my contacts in Juba that it's something that they need to consider, especially key members of certain institutions that are in South Sudan. I worked here as an ambassador, and I was a minister in the office of the president until last year. Now, more or less, a free man after so many years in foreign service as well. But it's something that I still have that contact with the government. I can tell people that it's something that we need to consider, and it's for your own benefit. Thank you very much, and have a good evening, all of you.
Thank you.